Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video. I'm super excited for the guest I have today. This is the first official episode of a new video series I've been wanting to start called Collectaholics. I thought it was a pretty clever name. But yeah, the purpose of this video series is to, talk to and get to know people who collect different fandoms, objects, whether it be Marvel, Star Wars, DC, Pokemon, whatever it may be. If you're a collector of something, you're passionate about a certain fandom, I would love to talk to you, get to know you, and feature you in a video like this. So if you're interested in being featured in a future video, please reach out to me, subscribe to me here on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok. You can also send me an email at camthemovieman1@gmail.com. I would love to set something up with you. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my special guest today, which I'm super excited to talk to. It's Hector from My Harry Potter Corner on Instagram. How are you today, Hector?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
Or
You have a pretty awesome
see,
display behind you, a lot of books.
so many books. Yeah.
Um,
I wish I could
yeah,
turn the
so
camera around, but yeah.
yeah, maybe later in the video we can do
Later
something
in
like
the video,
that.
yeah.
I guess to get started, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll start talking Harry Potter stuff.
For sure. All right. So my name is Hector. I'm My Harry Potter Corner here on Instagram and basically all my socials. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, collector. What else? My main focus when I started my account was like photography and like showcasing my collection through photography and all that. So that's kind of like my two hobbies combined into one, and just kind of like that's how I started my account.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, I was scrolling through your Instagram page, and like your pictures are like really high quality. They're awesome. Just the way you stage stuff,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
That's that's like I think for me the the most like fun I have is like, making or setting up a shot, like making it look pretty. Like the photography side of it is more like what I enjoy more than, just being the influencer part. So
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I continue to do it.
Nice. Have you always been a photographer like your whole life, or is it something that you kind of recently started getting into?
So photography has always been a part of my life ever since, like, I got my little point and shoot like back in middle school, but like professionally I haven't. I started about maybe 5, 6 years ago, like
Nice.
professional work. Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about like how you got into Harry Potter. What was it about Harry Potter that inspired you to become a big collector of it?
Having a job and getting money. I'm just kidding.
That'll do.
uh, so as an adult, I kind of as an adult I kind of saw like a lot of replicas and a lot of new things that as a kid I didn't really have, you know, the means to get, or um you can, like, Noble Collection or whatever, they have a bunch of like actual prop replicas that I was super interested in, and that's how I kind of started to more drift away from, like, the kid stuff and more into like proper replicas that like come straight out of the movies, and just kind of um, dive into that a little bit more. As a kid, I actually didn't even read the books until later on. It was mostly just the films, and that's what got me into it.
Nice. Yeah, same for me. I also didn't read the books till probably middle school. I think is the first time
Yeah,
I read them all the way through. But yeah, I had mostly grown up with the
the movie,
movies,
right?
and
Yeah.
yeah, I think my favorite memory of Harry Potter is just going to the midnight premieres of all the
Yes.
movies, except the first two. I didn't. I think I was either too young, or I don't know why I didn't go to the first two of that. But yeah, from like Prisoner of Azkaban all the way through to part two of Deathly Hallows, went to the midnight premiere of all of those. and I'm kind of bummed that like midnight premieres are kind
We're
of
not a
like died
thing.
out. They're not really a thing anymore. Like I
Yeah,
really miss those.
that was
And
like, that was the best part of like, waiting each year or every other year for that movie to come out and watching it at midnight, lining up. It was like half the fun.
it was so much fun. And my
Me-
mom, she does a lot of graphic design kind of stuff. So she
Oh,
for
cool.
every movie she would always make me and my siblings like a different T-shirt with like a quote or
Oh,
phrase
God.
from
Yeah,
one of the books or movies. So like I had a shirt that in like Harry Potter font, like I solemnly swear I'm up to no good, and then on the back was like mischief managed. So we would
that,
all have our different shirt that we would wear to the premiere, and it was always super fun.
that's super nice. Yeah. I didn't have that, but
And I loved seeing people like dressing up in like their robes, or I saw like an awesome guy dressed up as Sirius Black from
yeah.
Prisoner of Azkaban with like the prisoner outfit, the long hair, like it looked
Yeah.
awesome.
People went full out for these premieres. It's super cool.
Yeah. Before we get into some of the like more fun questions, I want to get your thoughts on the Harry Potter TV series that HBO Max is working on. What are your thoughts on it? Are you excited for it? Do you feel like it's necessary to have another readaptation of the books?
Mhm.
What do you think of the show?
I am actually like super, super excited because just as an adult, I get to enjoy that more. I feel like, you can have your like watch parties. I'm super excited for everything they release, the actors, the casting. I'm all for it. I hope it's great. Um, I hope they truly stay, well, I hope they stay true to the books, but I'm open to whatever interpretation they have. Like at the end of the day, it's not going to be for everyone, but I'm all in.
Yeah, same. I think when I had first saw that they were doing the show, I was like, is it
Right.
necessary? Because the book or the movies were just so good. Like I grew up with them. They were so perfectly cast.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like it would be hard to accept anyone else playing
Right. Yeah.
those
Yeah.
characters. But I think I'm starting to open myself up more to it, and I'm willing to at least give it a chance.
Right.
If
At
it
least take a
I end up
chance. Yeah.
not liking it, at least I'll still have the movies. But
Yes. I think that's what I see. There's a lot of like commotion of like, um, people like boycotting it. But I mean, it's not like they're taking away the films from us. Like, they're still there. We can always go back to the films, the books, everything we grew up with is still there. I feel like everybody should at least give it a chance. What if it's really great? You know what I mean? Like, it could be really awesome.
what do you think of the cast so far?
I love the cast. The trio is my favorite so far. I think they're perfect. I think it's gonna be really well done. What else? Who else? I can't wait to see what is it, John Lithgow as Dumbledore? He's gonna be really great, I feel. I'm all in for all the actors.
Yeah, I think they look great so far. My my main worry with I love John Lithgow as an actor. My
Mhm.
only worry is that I feel like I'm just going to hear Lord Farquaad from Shrek
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
talks. So hopefully that doesn't
It's gonna be a little bit
bug
of
me.
that.
Yeah, but we'll see. Yeah, I think the cast all looks great, especially the
Yeah,
trio. I think
yeah.
they'll do a great job.
And then I also hope
Um,
that the kids and the kid actors are taken care of just because social media is tough,
yeah,
and I feel like they need to be protected from all the negativity and fame that comes with taking on this project, because I mean it's gonna like change their life. I feel like
yeah,
we need to
no, I agree.
protect the
So yeah,
kids.
the TV show, it's we're hoping it'll be more faithful to the book. So is there anything that you hope to see um, in this TV show, like parts of the books that you hope to
Oh
see
my
that
god,
weren't in the movies?
I'm excited for them to do something with Peeves. We didn't get to see Peeves
Yeah,
in the films, so I feel like he's gonna be some good comedy there. What else? What else? Just all the details that were missed. I mean, is it what, like 7 or 10 hours of each, or the first series, or the first book, or something like that? Yeah, I'm excited for all the details and everything that they can expand on.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm also curious to see if they're gonna use like some. I mean, for like set pieces, are they gonna use all new set pieces, or are they gonna use similar?
Yeah,
Is Hogwarts gonna look similar to how it did in the movies, or are they gonna try and make it new? So that's
right.
something I'm interested to see.
Oh, I
I
know.
don't
I
know if
hope.
they.
I mean, I'm sure they'll drift away a little bit from, just to give some new interpretation, but it would be nice to see some similarities at least,
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
yeah, I'm excited for that. Have you are you much of a gamer? Have you played the Hogwarts Legacy game?
You know what? I'm not much of a gamer, but I've seen game, like, my thing is, like, like to watch gameplays. So I'll go on
Yeah,
YouTube and, like, search up someone playing. Like, that's my jam. I love that. Like, I'm not a gamer at all.
yeah. I'm not much either. I'll play a bit here or there, but the
Right.
Hogwarts Legacy game, it's fun. I enjoyed it for what it was, and they are making a sequel to it.
Hmm.
Um, I guess I was going to ask if there were any features that you would like to see them make do in the sequel to the game, but I guess you're not much of a gamer.
Well,
Um,
I do know that the first, or the when it's not multiplayer, right?
no, it's single player. Yeah,
So I feel like that a lot of fans were asking for that, and isn't that like a rumor or something that's going to be, or confirmed or something?
I think so.
The next one, yeah, that'd be really cool to, like. I feel like that would make me want to, actually play, because you could play with your friends and, like, roam around
Yeah,
Hogwarts and stuff. I feel like that would be super cool.
yeah, I agree. I think my main issue with the first game was it was just a lot of running around collecting stuff, which kind of became a drag. I mean, I loved the open world aspect of
Yeah,
it, being able to go around Hogwarts and Hogsmeade and
all
the
that. Yeah,
country around there. I thought it was cool, and the graphics were great. And so yeah, I hope they expand on the world a bit in the sequel. Like hopefully we can go to Diagon Alley and
yeah.
things like that. So yeah, it'll be fun to see what they
I'm,
do.
I'm sure it'll be a hit. I'm sure it'll be a hit regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also just had the thought like it'd be cool to have like a. I mean, I've never played like the Hitman games, but it'd be cool to
Mhm.
have like a Harry Potter Hitman game where you're like
That'd be cool.
an
Yeah,
order for the
yeah,
Ministry of Magic or something. You're just like this magical hitman.
that'd be super cool.
You just
Yeah,
hunt dark wizards the whole time.
yeah, just like going after the Dark Wizards. That'd be super cool.
Yeah. Let's see. What's your favorite Harry Potter book and movie?
My favorite book is the first one, just because it's, when I did start to read them, that's kind of after seeing the films as a kid. The first
Mhm.
one for sure just has a lot of nostalgia for me. My favorite movie is Prisoner of Azkaban, just because I loved.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
mine too.
Hmm. Just because I
I
loved
love Prisoner of
what was the director? Alfonso Cuarón. Yeah.
Azkaban.
So I think he
Yeah,
did. I wish he would have done the entire from 1 to 7. Um, he's great. He brought the world more like what I was reading.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was,
I love Prisoner of Azkaban also because it's kind of the only one that isn't really about Voldemort. Like, yeah,
yeah,
he's mentioned at certain points, but it's more about Sirius Black, which I really liked. It was
yeah,
the only one not about Voldemort. So
yeah. It was not centered around Voldemort at all. It was just the aesthetic of that whole film was beautiful. I loved it.
I've also started to like the Chamber of Secrets movie a lot more too. Like
Yeah.
it's a very, very close tie between Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban for my favorite
Mhm.
movie. I actually got
The-
to go see Chamber of Secrets recently. It was re-released. Did you go back and see those? I know they did this Back to Hogwarts event where they re-released all the movies. Did you go back and see those?
yeah, I actually went to go see Prisoner of Azkaban I think it was last
Nice.
year. They did I did that. So that was fun to see in theaters. I love any chance I get to see the films, I'm like, I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to go see the first two, which was nice. Now I've officially seen all the movies in the theater. So,
Awesome. Always
yeah.
good.
What did you think about the Fantastic Beasts movies? Were you much of a fan of those?
I was a fan of, the new material we were getting. Um, I thought the first one was good, and then you know what? The I could have done without the movies, but I was happy and excited to go and watch whatever they were releasing. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
something that I'm super excited about, but I was happy that they were doing them. And I hope they continue them at some point or finish
Yeah.
them
I just think they kind of got sidetracked a bit
for sure.
with the story. Like I feel like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them probably could have worked better just as its own standalone movie.
Yeah,
And then they should have done all the Dumbledore Grindelwald stuff as its own separate
for sure.
trilogy or something instead of
Yeah,
trying to cram all that into the
combined.
Fantastic Beasts.
Hmm.
All right, so who or I'll try and be inclusive. Who or what is your favorite Harry Potter character? So it can be like a creature, it can be,
Any
any of the
I'm obsessed with Hermione. Hermione, and that's part of Emma's performance as Hermione. I think I love Emma more than I love, you know what I mean? Like Emma as a as an actor, I just love everything she's doing. But Hermione, Professor McGonagall, um, who else? Yeah, I think those are my main two: Professor McGonagall and Hermione.
nice. Those are good ones. Yeah, I loved Professor McGonagall's great, especially in I think it was the seventh movie where she does that spell to make the statues come alive, and then she's like, I always
Sure.
wanted to use that spell.
Yes. Oh, and Molly Weasley too, just because she was more like the mother figure. I loved Molly too. Molly, Professor McGonagall, and Hermione.
Yeah, those
Hmm.
are great ones.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Harry Potter creature?
Creature. I'd probably have to say demiguise.
Yeah, those are cool.
Demiguises are really cool.
I love the Dementors because they're just so terrifying. Like
That's I wouldn't say that for me, but
when
those are
they first show up in Prisoner of Azkaban, you just see the hand.
uh-huh. It's
It scared me.
terrifying.
I remember seeing that at like a drive-in theater, and
Yeah.
it freaked me out.
It's like all dark outside too. Yeah, wow.
So you're a big Harry Potter collector. Do you have like a holy grail in your Harry Potter collection? Something you consider to be like, your most valuable thing, your favorite thing that you have?
I have a couple, I think. I have a promotional wand from the first film that they were giving out to like kids and stuff, like at the release and premieres. I have
Yeah.
that. That's super special to me. And then I have a music box that's no longer made. It's one of my favorite things. So that and then the wand.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had more. I don't have a lot of Harry Potter stuff. I mean, I guess I have this. I don't even know where this came from. I have this like. I don't know if you've
Oh
seen
yeah.
this.
I think
It's
I
like
had that
electronic
as a
Harry
kid.
Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got it for like, I don't know, birthday or Christmas or something. But yeah, I've just always had it. I
Yeah, that's
lost
super.
like all the. It's supposed to have like spells that you stick on his hand, but I think I lost all those over the years. But
Yeah.
still have the toy.
That's super cool.
Then so you've got a lot of books. It looks like. Are Would you say books are kind of like the main focus of your collection?
You know what? I'm leaning more towards books now. Like I recently did like a declutter, like kind of like purge some things out of my collection. And
Yeah,
like I'm liking more how books look on my shelves, you know.
yeah,
So I want to eventually kind of like weed out all the stuff that just I no longer like and fill it up more with books, translations, The main thing that I like about, collecting books is just seeing all the different artworks around the world. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool. Like that's the main reason. Like if I like the artwork, I mean I can't speak the language, but like I love the artwork.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Do you have a favorite set of Potter books that you like?
I think this one or this set, the Slovakian versions are pretty cool. These are like I always
Yeah,
come back. Yeah, these are awesome. I love them. The American ones are always going to just be my favorite just because, that's what I grew up.
yeah, same. I need
Mhm.
to get those like big, like the illustrated ones that they've
Ooh,
been
yeah,
coming out with.
I think
I
I
need to
have.
get those.
They're somewhere around here, but yeah, they're those.
Nice.
I'm glad they're continuing those. And after they announced the other illustrator had to back down or something. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are awesome. I've flipped through them, and the art in those are amazing. So what's your Hogwarts house?
My Hogwarts house is a Slytherin. I am a Slytherin through and through. Um, at one point, I was having like an identity crisis, and I was identifying more with a Hufflepuff, but I'm definitely a Slytherin for sure.
Did you choose that house and kind of like based your collection off that, or did you do like the Sorting Hat quiz and you're like, I'm a Slytherin, so now that's what I am, I guess.
You know what's funny is my collection or like my room, my collection room is not. I wouldn't say it's like Slytherin coded. It's mostly, like I feel like it's very Gryffindor, Hufflepuff vibes. Um, it's definitely not like dark and scary and all that Slytherin aesthetic. Um, but I did take the quiz on Pottermore back when that was a thing, and then I retook it again when they switched over to the new website. And I both of the times I got Slytherin. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Gryffindor, luckily.
Oh, of
Um,
course you're a
yeah,
Gryffindor. Of
of
course.
course, yeah. So
Stay
do you
winning.
collect stuff from each of the four houses, or do you?
I
You
do.
said you're not like Slytherin coded on stuff, but do you have stuff from like each of the four?
Yeah, so if like I like something in one house, like I'll typically, look for the Slytherin whatever. Like say for example, like I really like these notebooks. I got them in all, like I
Nice.
like the whole thing, so I got them all for just because I liked how each one of them looked.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I like something enough, I'll buy it in all the houses.
Have you played any of like I know there's some old like Harry Potter board games. Like have you ever played? I remember growing up, I had this Diagon Alley board game. Have you heard of that
I
one or know of that one?
I don't remember that one. I remember the Basilisk one, the Chamber of Secrets board game. I'm pretty sure I had it. I remember playing that, not correctly, but
Yeah.
it was
The
had it.
Diagon
Yeah.
Alley one was fun. Unfortunately, we like gave it away like years ago before we
Yeah.
knew how like, valuable it is now. Like I think I saw
Yeah.
it on eBay for like $200 or something. I was
Yeah.
like, dang, we should have kept.
The older stuff goes for so much, especially if it's in like good condition. People want that now.
Right. So one of the most famous treats in Harry Potter is the Bertie Bott's every flavored beans. Have you had those before?
I have. You know what's funny? I went to an event for the opening of the Harry Potter shop in Chicago,
Yeah.
and they actually surprised us with Tom Felton there, and I
I
actually got
saw a
to like,
video.
yeah, I had to share or I got a jelly bean from him, and I think it was toothpaste. Yeah,
That
so it's not too
of
bad.
the one that yeah, that's not too bad. Just mint.
I was like terrified it was gonna be like rotten egg or vomit or booger or whatever. Yeah.
I've had all the bad ones.
Oh
Spoiled
no,
milk is like the
no,
worst.
no, no.
Do you have a
Uh,
favorite flavor of those?
anything that's not the bad ones. I think I like lime. What's the other one? There's like a vanilla flavored one too.
Yeah, those are fun to eat.
Yeah. And so
I've
the
I've had some
triple.
bad like dog food. That was a rough
Oh,
one.
no, 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 no.
What's your Patronus?
My Patronus is, I think it's a Rottweiler. That's what the quiz had told me. But I'd like to think, like, personally, that my dog, Max, is my Patronus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the quiz. I got something totally lame for my Patronus, like on the Pottermore.
Like a,
Like I think it's like an Aussie cat. I don't even know
oh,
what it. I think it's some kind of bobcat or something. But and I'm not even a cat person, so I was
yeah.
like, it's kind of a letdown. I was hoping for like a
Yeah.
wolf or something.
Something cool. Yeah.
But if you could be an animagus and you can turn into any animal, what would you be?
Ooh. You know what? Probably a dog, just because I love dogs.
Yeah,
I feel like I
dogs.
feel like I would be so happy as a dog. Somewhere on a couch, just sunbathing. I don't know. Yeah.
If you could play like the real Quidditch, fly around, like what would be your ideal position? You want to be the
Oh my
seeker, the beaters?
I would be in the stands cheering them on. I wouldn't be playing. I am not a sports guy, so I feel like in the wizarding world I'd be the same exact way. But if I had to choose, I think I would be a probably a beater for sure.
Do you have a dream Harry Potter project? So say like the Harry Potter TV show like did really well and they chose to do like spin-offs or other shows in the Potter universe. What would you like to see them do?
Oh, for sure. The Marauders. I know everyone's been asking about that. Let's see. Like the origins of like Voldemort, all of that stuff. Just they can expand on so many things in that universe. It's like crazy.
Yeah, those are the same for me. Like, yeah, the Marauders is
Mhm.
that's probably my number one thing that I hope they do.
Eventually.
Um, yeah, and yeah, the Voldemort origin, like how he makes the Horcruxes. I don't know. That
Yeah.
might be pretty dope for younger viewers
Oh,
because
I
I don't know what
know.
the process of splitting your soul is if it's graphic or
Right. But
but
it'd be pretty
so
cool to see
interesting.
that.
Yeah. And then I think like a show about like the Hogwarts founders could be
Oh, that.
interesting. And there's split with Slytherin and going up like him going and making the Chamber Secrets and all that.
Mhm.
So yeah, Hogwarts founders show would be awesome. I also thought like a series about like the OG Order of the Phoenix and the first Wizard War of Voldemort
Yeah.
leading up to the events of like before Sorcerer's Stone,
Oh,
with
for
like
sure.
Harry's parents' murder.
All
Get
that.
like more time with like Lily and James and Sirius and all those guys.
hmm They can
Yeah.
just dive right into all of that and we would consume.
So wands are very iconic in the Harry Potter franchise, especially with post Prisoner of Azkaban. How every character kind of now has like their own very distinguishable wand. Do you have a
Mhm.
favorite wand design character?
Favorite wand design. You know what? I have, as a kid, there was nothing more I wanted than Harry's wand from the first two films.
Mhm.
The like just the plain like simple design. I think that's my favorite. It's not really a great design. It's simple because that's how they were described in the books. But I think that's my favorite one for sure.
Yeah, I've got a couple from like the Universal Park. I have
Mhm.
he's a very minor character, but his wand I thought was really cool. Victor Crumb, he actually has
Oh,
a
yeah,
really cool wand because it's like
like
the
curved and
handle
all
is like
that.
curved like a bird. Like I just
Yeah.
thought it was really cool. And then I love Sirius Black's wand because it
Oh,
just has
yes.
these cool like runes carved into
Mhm.
it. Like I just think it's such a cool wand.
And it's like super long. It's super. I have it right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to just have like all the wands. Is that something that you'd be after to get like every character's wand for your
I'm actually
collection?
that's the goal. I'm like on the road to that. It's I love wands. That was one of the like I said, as a kid, that was one of the things I wanted was like a actual wand from the movies. But there was never any. I don't think Noble Collection started to make wands until like later on. So there wasn't really. It was just all toys. And like
Yeah.
even as a kid, I wanted something that looked like the movies.
Have you been to the Universal parks? Like,
Many a
what do you think of the rides there?
So
The Harry Potter
Harry
specifically,
Potter, yeah. So the castle ride, I forget what it was called.
the Forbidden Journey.
A Forbidden Journey. So I love walking through the castle and like the queue, the actual line is pretty cool, but like that ride gets me sick. So I tend to not.
Yeah.
I skip out. It gets me sick. But it's pretty cool if you've never done it. Like always try it at least once. The Hollywood Park doesn't really have much except for that. And then I think it's the Hippogriff ride next to it, the little roller coaster. And then I think that's it for actual rides. But
Hmm.
the Orlando Park has so much more. I love it over
Oh,
there.
the the Hagrid motorcycle ride.
Yes,
Like
that one is pretty cool.
that's probably like one of my top favorite rides at all of
Yeah,
Universal. Is that.
that ride is amazing. I love it so much.
Have you been on the new one? Well, I guess there's a couple. Like there's the Green Gots. There's like the Green
Green
Gots ride at
Goblin, yeah.
Orlando, and then the new Battle of the Ministry. Have you been on those ones yet?
I haven't been to Epic Universe. I'm hoping to do that the beginning of next year. But I can't wait to see like all of that universe. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to go there.
From what I've seen, just the queue alone for the Battle Ministry is like so cool.
Yeah, like you go through this locker room
Yep.
and see
Hmm.
like Harry's locker, and yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen some walkthrough video
yeah.
just on social media, and just yeah, it looks awesome.
They
I
did a
can't wait
really
to
good
try it.
job.
Did you watch that fun Harry Potter like baking show, the
I
Wizards of
did.
Baking?
Yeah, that was
I
pretty
I
cool.
really enjoyed it. I'm really happy that they're making another season of that.
Yeah, same here. I actually saw it. I went to one of my friends' houses, or one of I was at a friend's house for something, and I watched it there for the first time with them, and it was really cool.
It was yeah, the stuff they create is just out of this world.
Yeah, it's really cool, and
I could never. I love baking, but I could never do something like that, like
no,
any of
like
those.
I can barely make the happy birthday cake or whatever, the Harry cake, like
Yeah,
barely.
yeah. No, but yeah, it was awesome seeing like Bonnie Wright and Warwick Davis
Yeah.
like come on as special guests. Like that kind of
Hmm.
just made it super fun to watch. And James and Oliver Phelps were fantastic as the host. They were
Oh,
super
for
fun, and the
sure.
fact that it was filmed at Warner Brothers Studio in
Yeah,
London.
in London. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
because they're
so
actually
yeah,
filming like the Great Hall and like all the sets, so
yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, so yeah, super. If you haven't watched that, I highly recommend it. It's on HBO Max. Harry Potter, Wizards of Baking. Yeah, definitely recommend it. Where can people find you at if they want to get in touch or check out your collection?
I'm at my Harry Potter corner on everything. I tend to just stick to Instagram, so on Instagram at my Harry Potter corner.
Nice. Yeah, go follow Hector. His content's awesome. His pictures are amazing.
Thank you, and you guys should all go follow my guy right here.
Hector, thank you so much. This was a super fun chat. I don't know, like if you are able, do you want to do like a pan around of your
Yeah,
Potter
it's a
collection?
mess right now. Let's see.
Oh no, yeah, check that out. I love the Fox, the Phoenix up there.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah, that's
red
awesome.
is like I have ones up there.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, go follow Hector. Awesome collection. It was
Thank
super fun to talk to you, man. Even though I collect mostly Star Wars stuff, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan as well. So
you. Yeah.
so much fun meeting you, talking to you, and hearing about your Harry Potter collection, just your journey as a Harry Potter collector. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time.